Málaga is a municipality, capital of the province of Málaga, in the autonomous community of Andalusia, Spain, with a population of 568,479 in 2013. It is the second most populous city of Andalusia and the sixth largest in Spain. The southernmost large city in Europe, it lies on the Costa del Sol of the Mediterranean, about 100 kilometers east of the Strait of Gibraltar and about 130 kilometers north of Africa. Malaga's history spans about 2,800 years, making it one of the oldest cities in the world. It was founded by the Phoenicians as Malacca about 770 BC, and from the 6th century BC was under the hegemony of ancient Carthage. Then from 218 BC it was ruled by the Roman Republic and later the Roman Empire as Malacca. After the fall of the empire it was under Islamic domination as Malacca for 800 years. But in 1487 it again came under Christian rule in the Reconquista. The archaeological remains and monuments from the Phoenician, Roman, Arabic and Christian eras make the historic center of the city an open museum, displaying its history of more than 3,000 years. This important cultural infrastructure and the artistic heritage have culminated in the nomination of Málaga as a candidate for the 2016 European Capital of Culture. The internationally acclaimed painter and sculptor Pablo Picasso, Hebrew poet and Jewish philosopher Solomon ibn Gabirol and actor Antonio Banderas were born in Málaga. The magnum opus of Cuban composer Ernesto Lecona, Malagueña, is named for the music of this region of Spain. The most important business sectors in Málaga are tourism, construction and technology services. But other sectors such as transportation and logistics are beginning to expand. The Andalusia Technology Park, located in Málaga, has enjoyed significant growth since its inauguration in 1992. Málaga is the main economic and financial center of southern Spain, home of the region's largest bank, Unicaja, and the fourth-ranking city in economic activity in Spain behind Madrid, Barcelona and Valencia. History. The Phoenicians from Tyre founded the city as Malacca about 770 BC. The name Malaha or MLH is probably derived from the Phoenician word for salt, because fish was salted near the harbor. After a period of Carthaginian rule, Malacca became part of the Roman Empire. In its Roman stage, the city showed a remarkable degree of development. Transformed into a confederated city, it was under a special law, the Lex Flavia Malacitana. A Roman theatre was built at this time. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire, it was ruled first by the Visigoths and then by the Byzantine Empire. In the 8th century, during the Muslim-Arabic rule over Spain, the city became an important trade center. Málaga was first a possession of the Caliphate of Córdoba. After the fall of the Umayyad dynasty, it became the capital of a distinct kingdom ruled by the Zirids. During this time, the city was called Malacca. From 1025 it was the capital of the autonomous Taifa of Málaga, until its conquest by the Emirate of Granada in 1239. The traveller Ibn Battuta, who passed through around 1325, characterized it as one of the largest and most beautiful towns of Andalusia, uniting the conveniences of both sea and land, and is abundantly supplied with foodstuffs and fruits. He praised its grapes, figs, and almonds. Its ruby-colored Murchan pomegranates have no equal in the world. Another exported product was its excellent gilded pottery. The town's mosque was large and beautiful, with exceptionally tall orange trees in its courtyard. Málaga was one of the Iberian cities where Muslim rule persisted the longest, having been part of the Emirate of Granada. While most other parts of the peninsula had already been conquered by the Reconquista, the medieval Christian Spanish struggled to drive the Muslims out. Málaga was conquered by Christian forces on 18 August 1487. The Muslim inhabitants resisted assaults and artillery bombardments before hunger forced him to surrender. Virtually the entire population was sold into slavery or given as gifts to other Christian rulers 5 years before the fall of Granada. On 24 August 1704, the indecisive Battle of Malaga, the largest naval battle in the War of the Spanish Succession, took place in the sea south of Malaga. After the coup of July 1936, the government of the Second Spanish Republic retained control of Malaga. Its harbor was a base of the Spanish Republican Navy at the beginning of the Spanish Civil War. It suffered heavy bombing by Italian warships which took part in breaking the Republican Navy's blockade of nationalist-held Spanish Morocco and took part in naval bombardment of Republican-held Malaga. After the Battle of Malaga and the Francois takeover in February 1937, over 7,000 people were killed. The city also suffered shelling later by Spanish Republican naval units. The well-known British journalist and writer Arthur Koestler was captured by the nationalist forces on their entry into Malaga, which formed the material for his book Spanish Testament. The first chapters of Spanish Testament include an eyewitness account of the 1937 fall of Malaga to Francisco Franco's armies during the Spanish Civil War. After the war, Malaga and Koestler's old haunts of Torremolinos and the rest of the Costa del Sol enjoyed the highest growth of the tourism sector in Spain. Geography. Location. Malaga is located in southern Spain, on the Costa del Sol on the northern side of the Mediterranean Sea. It lies at the feet of the Montes de Malaga, about 100 kilometers east of the Strait of Gibraltar and about 130 kilometers east of Tarifa and about 130 kilometers on north of Africa. Metropolitan area. The urban area, stretching mostly along a narrow strip of coastline, has a population of 1,066,532 on 827.33 square kilometers. It is formed by Malaga proper together with the following adjacent towns and municipalities: Rincón de la Victoria, Torremolinos, Benalmádena, Fuengirola, Alhaurín de la Torre, Mijas, Marbella, and San Pedro Alcantara. The Malaga metropolitan area includes additional municipalities located mostly in the mountains area north of the coast and also some on the coast. Cartama, Pizarra, Coin, Monda, Ojayucuten, Alhaurín El Grande and Estepona on west, Casabermeja on north, Totolan, Algarrobo, Torrox and Vélez Málaga eastward from Malaga. Municipalities of the metropolitan area are connected by the road network with the urban area and Malaga city. In some usages, the metropolitan area includes other municipalities to which Malaga's public transportation network extends. At least since the establishment of the Consorcio de Transporte Metropolitano del Área de Málaga. Together about 1.3 million people live in the Malaga metropolitan area, and the number grows every year as all the municipalities and cities of the area record an annual increase in population. Climate. The climate is subtropical Mediterranean with very mild winters and hot summers. Malaga enjoys plenty of sunshine throughout the year, with an average of about 300 days of sunshine and only about 50 days with precipitation annually. Its coastal location with winds blowing from the Mediterranean Sea make the heat manageable during the summer. Malaga experiences the warmest winters of any European city with a population over 500,000 and over 100,000 jointly with two other cities in Spain, Almería and Alicante. The average temperature during the day in the period December through February is 17 to 18 degrees Celsius. During the winter, the Malaga Mountains block out the cold weather from the north. Generally, the summer season lasts about 8 months, from April to November, although in the remaining 4 months temperatures sometimes reach around 20 degrees Celsius. Its average annual temperature is 23 degrees Celsius during the day and 13 degrees Celsius at night. In the coldest month, January, the temperature ranges from 13 to 20 degrees Celsius during the day. 5 to 13 degrees Celsius at night, and the average sea temperature is 16 to 17 degrees Celsius. In the warmest month, August, the temperature ranges from 26 to 35 degrees Celsius during the day, above 20 degrees Celsius at night, and the average sea temperature is 26 degrees Celsius. Large fluctuations in temperature are rare. The highest temperature ever recorded during the day at the airport is 44.0 degrees Celsius. In the month of August 1881, the average reported daytime maximum temperature was a record 34.8 degrees Celsius. The coldest temperature ever recorded was -3.8 degrees Celsius on the night of the 4th of February 1954. The highest wind speed ever recorded was on the 16th of July 1980, measuring 119 kilometers per hour. Málaga City has once recorded snow in the 20th century, on the 2nd of February 1954. Annual average relative humidity is 65%, ranging from 58% in June to 72% in December. Yearly sunshine hours is between 2,800 and 3,000 per year, from 5 to 6 hours of sunshine day in December to average 11 hours of sunshine day in July. This is one of the highest results in Europe and almost double more that of cities in the northern half of Europe. According to the Instituto Nacional de Estadística, 2007 saw 3,059 hours of sunshine. Rain occurs mainly in winter, with summer being generally dry. Málaga is one of the few cities in Europe which are green all year round. Main sites. The old historic center of Málaga reaches the harbor to the south. In the north it is surrounded by mountains, the Montes de Málaga lying in the southern base of the Axarquía Hills, and two rivers. The Wad el Medina, the historic center, is located on its left bank, and the Wad el Horse, which flows west of the city into the Mediterranean. The oldest architectural remains in the city are the walls of the Phoenician city, which are visible in the cellar of the Museo Picasso Málaga. The Roman theatre of Málaga, which dates from the 1st century BC, was rediscovered in 1951. The Moors left posterity the dominating presence of the castle of Gibralfaro, which is connected to the Alcazaba, the lower fortress and royal residence. Both were built during the Taifa period and extended during the Nasrid period. The Alcazaba stands on a hill within the city. Originally, it defended the city from the incursions of pirates. Later, in the 11th century, it was completely rebuilt by the Hammudid dynasty, occupying the eastern hillside that rises from the sea and overlooks the city. The Alcazaba was surrounded by palms and pine trees. Like many of the military fortifications that were constructed in Islamic Spain, the Alcazaba of Málaga featured a quadrangular plan. It was protected by an outer and inner wall, both supported by rectangular towers, between which a covered walkway led up the slope to the Gibralfaro. Due to its rough and awkward hillside topography, corridors throughout the site provided a means of communications for administrative and defensive operations, also affording privacy to the palatial residential quarters. The entrance of the complex featured a grand tower that led into a sophisticated double-bent entrance. After passing through several gates, open yards with beautiful gardens of pine and eucalyptus trees, and the inner wall through the Puerta de Granada, one finds the 11th and 14th century governor's palace. It was organized around a central rectangular courtyard with a triple-arched gateway, and some of the rooms have been preserved to this day. An open 11th century mirador to the south of this area affords views of the gardens and sea below. Measuring 2.5 square meters, this small structure or highlighted scolloped, five-lobed arches. To the north of this area were a water wheel and a cyclopean well, the hammam, workshops and the monumental Puerta de la Torre del Homenage. The northernmost point of the inner walls Directly beyond was the passage to the Jebral Faro above. The Church of Santiago is an example of Gothic vernacular mud AR, the hybrid style that evolved after the Reconquista, incorporating elements from both Christian and Islamic tradition. Also from the period is the Iglesia del Sagrario, which was built on the site of the old mosque immediately after the city fell to Christian troops. It boasts a richly ornamented portal in the Isabelline Gothic style, unique in the city. The cathedral and the episcopal palace were planned with Renaissance architectural ideals, but there was a shortfall of building funds and they were finished in Baroque style. The Basilica y Real Santuario de Santa Maria de la Victoria, built in the late 17th century, has a chapel in which the vertical volume is filled with elaborate Baroque plasterwork. Other sites include walls, Phoenician, Roman, Byzantine, Arab and Spanish remains of the defensive compounds of the city, La Concepción, Botanical and Historical Garden, Church of the Sacred Heart, San Felipe Neri Church, Church of the Holy Martyrs, Atarazanas Market, Palm Grove and Mule Port of Malaga, Anglican Cemetery of St. George, San Miguel Cemetery, La Malagueta Bullring, Pedregoejo, Old Fishing District. Museums. Notable museums include Museo Picasso Málaga, located at the Palacio de los Condes de Buenavista, Centre Pompidou Málaga, Museo Carmen Thyssen, located at Palacio de Villalón, Museo de Málaga at the Palacio de la Aduana, CAC Málaga, the most visited museum in Andalusia, Fundación Picasso and Picasso Birthplace Museum. Demographics. In 2013 there were 568,479 people residing in Malaga. The number of resident foreign nationals has risen significantly in Malaga since the 1970s, especially of British and German citizens who move for the pleasant climate. The majority of foreigners live near the coastline. Politics and administration. Malaga is divided in 11 municipal districts. Economy. Malaga is the fourth-ranking city in economic activity in Spain, behind Madrid, Barcelona and Valencia. The most important business sectors in Malaga are tourism, construction and technology services. But other sectors such as transportation and logistics are beginning to expand. The Andalusia Technology Park, located in Malaga, has enjoyed significant growth since its inauguration in 1992 by the King of Spain. In 2010, this high-tech, science and industrial park was home to 509 companies and employed over 14,500 people. In line with the city's strategic plan, the campaign, Malaga, Open for Business, is directed towards the international promotion of the city on all levels but fundamentally on a business level. The campaign places a special emphasis on new technologies as well as innovation and research in order to promote the city as a reference and focal point for many global business initiatives and projects. Malaga is a city of commerce and tourism has been a growing source of revenue, driven by the presence of a major airport, the improvement of communications, and new infrastructure such as the avenue and the maritime station, and new cultural facilities such as the Picasso Museum, the Contemporary Art Center and Trade Fair and Congress, which have drawn more tourists. The city hosts the International Association of Science and Technology Parks, and a group of IT company executives and business leaders has launched an information sector initiative, Malaga Valley 27, which seeks to make Malaga the Silicon Valley of Europe. Malaga has had strong growth in new technology industries, mainly located in the Technological Park of Andalusia, and in the construction sector. The city is home to the largest bank in Andalusia, Unicaja, and such local companies as Merrill, Cheronga, Sando, Vera, Abago, Isoforten, Tedial, Novasoft, Grupo Vetus and Almeida Viajes, and other multinationals such as Fujitsu Spain, Pernod Ricard Spain, Accenture, Epcos, Oracle Corporation, Huawei and San Miguel.